These are going to be mostly annuals that I will be using in my containers on the back porch. I picked up a few proven winners plants. This is Diamond Frost Euphorbia. One plant that is new for me this season is Nemesia. So I saw one in the garden center not too long ago. I think it was, this one. Nemesia Snowberry. I'm experimenting with a few Nemesia varieties this year. So I have several of the Snowberry, gorgeous white flowers. I also grabbed a couple from Proven Winners. This is the Suntastic Blood Orange. So I'm excited about this one. There's a few blooms. Let's see here. On this one. Isn't that pretty? My gosh. I can't wait. I can't wait for these to be in full bloom. I'm so excited. So I got a couple of those, as well as a yellow one over here. This is the Synthesia Lemon. Really pretty. I also picked up a few salvias. These are like the Mystic ones. This is Sally Fun Deep Ocean, so I'm excited to try these. Those are just beautiful, and I hope they come back for me. I also have a few Calibrachoa on here. I always get Calibrachoa for my pots. I just have to make sure that they stay in full sun, because if they get some shade and they start to dry out, I tend to start to get spider mites, especially in my part sun east facing beds. I'm going to be putting these in self-watering containers this year, and I'm hoping that that helps them stay moist, not dry out, and I can avoid the spider mites in these containers this year. So this is a Calibrachoa Cabernet Red. Gorgeous. I also have a yellow one right here. I also picked up, I forgot about this. I grabbed a Biden's. I grew this one last year and it was just gorgeous. It's pretty in pink. I did grab a Gara. These are perennial for me. I use this as a thriller in one of my containers this year. I always grab some of these Kufia, these Mexican heathers. They're great. There we go. I also got some Dichondra Silver Falls for my trailing element in some of my taller containers. So I'm going to try that out this season. That's also a new one for me. And I got a few Supertunia Vista Jazzberries. I am so excited to try these. I was looking for bubblegum, but they didn't have any in stock yet. Another perennial I'm going to put in my containers this year is Flutter Deep Blue, the pincushion flower. Really excited to try this out. I've not grown this variety before, so testing a few new plants out this season. All of my containers are 3 plants or less, and some of the easiest combinations I come back to each year. This is a very simple container. It's about 12 to 14 inches wide with just 2 annuals in it. As I mentioned earlier, I am trying a few varieties of Nemesia. So I am going to plant this one in this blue plot here, along with one of my Kufias right here. So this one I have planted for years. Very low maintenance, doesn't require a lot of water. Let me turn the camera around and show you what I'll be doing. I'm also trying a new potting soil this year. My local garden center used to sell Dr. Earth's products, and I loved the Dr. Earth's planting mix. However, I've been unable to locate it for about the last year and a half or so. I've been using the new product that my local garden center is selling, which is fine, but I've also never used the Proven Winners potting soil. So I'm just going to give it a try this year. I I already used this soil in my Coco Basket, and I'm going to use it in this container as well. Usually I use biotone starter fertilizer in my containers. Today I'm going to use up what I have of this Dr. Earth's Flower Garden fertilizer. I only like to use organic fertilizers. I'll give the plants some when I plant them, and then maybe one more dose during the summer if they look like they need it. I do like the texture of this soil. It is light and fluffy. All right, I'm all done. That was 1 Nemesia and 1 Kufia in a 12-inch pot. In each of my tall planters, I have 3 annuals. 1 Nemesia, 1 Calibrachoa, and a Dichondra Falls spiller. This Nemesia is by Proven Winners. It really stood out to me at the garden center. I think these flowers are just gorgeous. They have various tones of yellow, orange, and even some red. And I think this is going to pair beautifully with this Calibrachoa here. That is a nice bright red. So the 2 of these together with my silver Dichondra Falls spiller here, I think will just be a beautiful combination through the summer. These containers are self-watering, and this season I'm putting my Calibrachoas in here because I typically deal with spider mites in this area. I'm hoping that keeping regular water on these and not allowing them to dry out as much will help control the spider mites in this area of my garden. So this is a little bit of an experiment this year. We will see how well it works. This is my other tall planter that I have the Nemesia in, as well as the Dichondra Falls. And then the only difference here is that I use a yellow Calibrachoa. A little bit of a different color combination here, but again, I think this is going to be a wonderful, very pretty, vibrant container through the summer. I just put a heuchera in this small one and some white Nemesia in this blue one here. This white one kind of smells like vanilla. It's really nice. So I'm excited to have these right on the porch where I can smell them in the afternoons. This is my bird bath stand, and here is my idea. Coco Basket. Perfect. For the Coco Basket, I added a pink Bidens and a white Nemesia for now. Then I'll come back in April and add a trailing element like a Vinca or Verbena. I'm not sure yet. We'll just wait and see.